How's it going today, everybody? Black here. And today we're going to be back in Lost Ark, and we're going to be talking about PvP once again. This time is going to be a little bit more informal than like me playing. I want to show you guys the top 20 players in all of Lost Ark PvP on the Russian server. I want to show you this because I want to give you guys a better understanding of what players are playing right now in Russia, and more importantly, what the top players are playing right now in Russia. Now, obviously, these are the best players in all of Russian server, so you may not be able to mimic them, but at least you'll know, like, hey, my class is viable and it feels good and it feels strong enough to be in the top 20. So we're gonna do that. Now, with that said, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'm gonna be bringing you a lot more Lost Ark content. And let's go ahead and dive on in to the video. Again, as I said, we're going to be talking about the Masters, and then we're going to move on to the Grandmasters. In our number 20 spot, we have an Arcana. Now, Arcana isn't exactly the most powerful class, in my opinion, in PvP. I don't think it performs as well as other classes, but it's also pretty cool to see Arcana in the top 20, which is refreshing, because you don't really see many Arcanas in the top 20 in my experience. So that's really cool. This person has 572 battles, which shows he's pretty like he's got his battle scars and he plays a lot, and he has a pretty good win rate, 55.8%, with a 1.4 KD. Pretty nice. But this is your number 20 spot. Next, in number 19 is a Soul Master. Another 434 battles, a lot of battles, and he gets 1.1 kills per death, with a near 55% win rate. Again, we're seeing 55% win rates in the bottom half of the 20. And we have a Soul Master now. Arcana is not coming to NA, but Soul Master is, so that's kind of nice. In our 18th spot, we have a Destroyer and a Demonic. He mainly plays Destroyer by quite a bit, 536 battles with a 53% win rate and 1.2 KD. Again, everyone's averaging so far over 1 kill per match relative to how many deaths they get. So that's really nice. And then also in your number 17, we have another follow-up Destroyer. This person seems to be a little more split between Zerker and Soul Master, but primarily a Destroyer. And in each of these, he averaged what, a 1.2, 1.3-ish. So yeah, he's a main Destroyer. So again, we're only seeing one class that's in NA that's like the main. So far as just a Soul Fist. Next, we have a Battle Master in the 16th slot, 330 battles with a 58, near 60% win rate, 1.3 KD. It's pretty nice to see a Battle Master. I find the class to be a little bit on the weaker side when I compare it to like things like Blades, but I think this is really nice to see. He also plays Bard quite a bit, which is kind of cool. 50% win rate, so very interesting. Maybe he's not a Bard main, but it looks like he does do well with the Battle Master. And then he plays a Striker with a losing KD, actually. I mean, well, not losing KD, but win percentage, rather. And it's at 41%. And this is the first Striker we see in the top 20, and it doesn't look like the best record. So we'll go ahead and look out for more Strikers and see how that progresses, if ever progress, when we go higher. So the next spot is going to be a Blade. 153 battles, not that many, but he does have a 65% win rate, which is the highest win rate we see so far, and a 1.4 KD, again the highest we're seeing so far. So, and this is the first Blade in top 15, really. Next is a Reaper with 200 battles, 56% win rate. So we're seeing, at least in the top 20 so far, everyone is at least like 55-ish% win rate, at least on the bottom half of them, of the top 20. So it looks like you have to at least be getting a little over half of your wins on your battles to be able to be in the top percent. So just a little note for my players who's looking to PvP. So number 13 is Papega Framer. This guy was actually number 7 a couple of days ago, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like he dropped down a bit. I don't think he actually played much. But 106 battles, that's actually not a lot of battles, but he does have a really high win rate. I'm not sure if he just like played and got a lot of wins like 1 or 2 days and then like stopped playing, but looks like he is number 13 Holy Knight, and this is the first Holy Knight we see. Then we have another Reaper in number 12 spot, and again, less than 100 battles, 1.4 KD, 60% win rate, and looks like he was able to make top 12 with that, which is kind of interesting because like 100 battles isn't that many in my opinion. We won't be having a Reaper in NA. We will have a Holy Knight, we will have Blade, so we will have those classes, but we won't have a Reaper. So. Next we have a Blaster. The Blaster, 264 battles, quite a few battles, 1.2 KD with a 55% win rate. So this is the top 20, the bottom half of the top 20. And so far I'm seeing Blasters, Blades, 1 Holy Knight, and 1 Battle Master, and some Soul Masters. Not really much of anything else that's going to be in a release. Man, I know there was like a Bard and a Zerker, but these are kind of like the players playing as their secondary or subclass. So let's move on to the Grand Masters now, and this is going to be our top 10. And we're going to start it off, and we have a Soul Master again. This is the second Soul Master, third technically, with a 61% win rate. He also has a Demonic with 28 battles and a Holy Knight with 20 battles, all 60-ish win rate, with a total of about 100 games, maybe a little over 100 games. Again, not a ton of games, which is kind of crazy to me, but yeah. Number 9, 8, 7, and 6, it looks like, are all Lance Masters. Again, a class we won't be having in a 50 wins. That's, well, no, 50 battles total. Wow, that's actually pretty low amount of games played. I'm not sure how the ranking system actually works in here, because like 50 battles is not that many. I can do 50 battles in a day or two, realistically. And it looks like he was able to get Lance Master number 6 with that, so that's pretty insane to me. We also have another Lance Master with 283, and he's just below him. So I'm not sure how this is working, but man, that's kind of strange. But we are seeing a lot of Lance Masters in the top 10, which is insane. They're what, 4 of the top 10 it looks like, so that's pretty cool. Number 5 is a Blade with 84 battles total. Again, not a ton of battles. The 1.5 KD. Again, 60% win rate. Not something that is out of the ordinary in the top like 10, 20 people, but yeah, interesting. Our number 4 goes to another Blade. 143 battles, a little more battles, but also another 65% win rate. And we're seeing pretty much 65% win rates across the board of the higher top 10 players. This guy is a little lower, and this guy is a little lower, but overall, we're seeing like 65% win rate with a decent KD of at least 1 kill per death. Yeah. So in our number 3 spot is Blinksy, a very infamous Soul Master. At least I know him as a Soul Master, and as you can expect, he is playing Soul Master with 241 wins. This guy actually tends to be top 3 every season, if I'm not mistaken. I think last season he was as well, in the season before that. So this guy is kind of like proven, at least in my eye, but he also has a 60% win rate. And actually he played a striker, and looks like he has a 20% win rate with the striker. Number 4 is playing a fighter as well, and again, another 20% win rate. Actually, the only fighter I've seen so far that has a positive KD has been that one Battle Master and then the Lance Master, but again, we won't be getting this class in NA on release. So at the moment, at least for the best players and on the Russian server, they're not really making the fighter classes work if it's not a Lance Master. So that's very interesting to see, besides the Soul Master, of course, because the Soul Master doesn't necessarily function as a traditional fighter with her like range abilities. So I don't know, I think this is a good thing to see, because I personally felt like the fighters were a little underwhelming when I played striker as my main, and this is very telling. Even the best players in the world aren't doing really well with them. They don't have a lot of games though, so I guess that could be a reason, but yeah, not the best. And then in our top 2, there is a Scouter and another Scouter. Really cool class, 448 battles, 815 on this guy. So these guys look like they're actually like really good players that play a lot of it, and they seem to have a pretty positive win KD and a positive win rate, nearing 60% on both of them. But yeah, it looks like these two players are like really putting in a lot of work into their battles, and I guess that's why they earn their rating. So that's very interesting to see that some players will get 50 wins and be in the top 10, and then other players like this guy, who is obviously number one, has like what, 800, oh wait, yeah, 815 total battles, and he's like, you know, number one. And this guy at number 6 is like 55 battles. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but at the very least, across all servers, we can see like who are the best players and what they're using. And it looks like for NA, from what I can tell, that we will be receiving, I'm seeing a lot of blades, a ton of them. I'm seeing a lot of soul masters, which is interesting. And then I'm seeing not too much more of anything else. A lot of blades, a lot of soul masters, some holy knights here and there, but it looks like blade and soul master is dominating in terms of classes that we will see in the NA server. So hopefully this video gave you a bit of an insight on like what's being played right now, and maybe you can make a more informed decision on what you pick. I'm not saying like to pick them because they're like strong right now or because the best players are playing it, but at least you kind of know now. And with that said, guys, I really appreciate you watching. Hope this gave you a bit of information and insight. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.